1. The uninvited storm. Context of the Winter War. The year is 1939. Europe is already in turmoil, but in the frozen north, a different kind of conflict is brewing. This is not the grand, mechanized warfare seen elsewhere. This is a desperate, brutal fight for survival. The Soviet Union, under Joseph Stalin, demanded that Finland cede significant border territories, particularly the Karelian Isthmus, citing the need to secure Leningrad, St. Petersburg. Finland refused to be bullied, seeing the demand as an existential threat to its newly won independence. On November 30, 1939, without a formal declaration of war, the Soviets launched a massive invasion, initiating the Winter War, talvisota. The odds were staggering. The Soviet Red Army deployed an estimated 1 million troops against Finland's roughly 250,000 reserves. The disparity in equipment was even worse. Tanks, aircraft, and artillery heavily favored the aggressor. The world watched, expecting Finland to fall in a matter of weeks. The sheer hubris of the Soviet High Command, coupled with Stalin's recent purges that decimated their experienced officer corps, led them to underestimate the Finnish resolve and the unforgiving Arctic environment. 2. The birth of the legend, the humble hunter. In the midst of this overwhelming invasion, the legend of Simo Häyhä was born. He wasn't a professional soldier. He was a farmer and a hunter from the small village of Rautjärvi, near the border. Life in the Finnish wilderness had instilled in him a unique set of skills: patience, resilience, and an absolute mastery of the harsh terrain. When the war started, Häyhä was called up for service with the 6th Company of JR 34, Infantry Regiment 34. The Finnish strategy relied on Sisi tactics, guerrilla warfare, using small, highly mobile units to harass and destroy Soviet supply lines and isolated columns. It was on the Kola sector of the front that Häyhä began his deadly work. The Soviets quickly realized their greatest enemy wasn't the entrenched Finnish defenses, but the freezing landscape and the phantom menace that stalked their lines. 3. The Phantom of the Snowdrift, Tactics and Equipment. Häyhä's effectiveness was a perfect storm of skill, equipment, and environmental exploitation. He was dubbed the White Death, Valkoinen kuolema, by the terrified Soviet soldiers. A. The Rifleman's Choice, the Sako M2830. Unlike nearly every sniper of the 20th century, Häyhä preferred to use iron sights over a telescopic scope. This was a tactical masterstroke for several reasons. Low profile. A scoped rifle requires the sniper to raise their head higher to align the sight picture, exposing them to detection. Iron sights allowed Häyhä to keep his head lower in the snow. No glint. The glass lens of a telescopic scope can reflect sunlight, creating a telltale glint that immediately gives away a sniper's position. In the pristine snowscape, this reflection is a death sentence. Frost and fog. In the intense cold, often -20 to -40 degrees, scopes could easily fog up or fill with frost, making them unusable. Iron sights were immune to this technical failure. His primary rifle was the Finnish-made Sako M2830, a variant of the Russian Mosin Nagant chambered in the 7.62 X53R. B. Mastering the Arctic camouflage. Häyhä's uniform was a simple but highly effective all-white camouflage snowsuit. He employed techniques honed over years of hunting. Compacting snow. After taking a position, he would pack the snow in front of his muzzle. This prevented the muzzle blast from disturbing the surrounding snow and creating the signature puff of snow and snow that betrays a sniper's location. Melting the snow. He reportedly carried snow in his mouth to prevent his breath fogging in the sub-zero air, which could easily be spotted by an observing enemy. Total independence. He moved with small rations and minimal gear, often operating completely alone for days on end, relying on instinct and an unparalleled understanding of the micro-terrain. C. Beyond the sniper rifle, the Suomi KP-31. While his sniper kills are legendary, a significant portion of Häyhä's final tally, roughly 200 kills, came from using the Suomi KP-31 submachine gun. This highly reliable, drum-fed weapon was devastating in close-quarters combat, which often occurred when Soviet patrols stumbled directly onto his hidden position. 4. The kill count and the Soviet retaliation. The statistics attributed to Häyhä are extraordinary and remain a source of historical debate, but the consensus on his impact is undisputed. The Finnish military officially credited him with 505 confirmed sniper kills and over 200 kills with the Suomi submachine gun, bringing his unofficial total to over 700 confirmed kills in less than 100 days, an average of 5 kills per day. This is believed to be the highest confirmed kill count by any sniper in military history. The Soviet reaction escalated from terror to focused retaliation. The Soviet troops called him Belaya Smert and dedicated significant resources to eliminating him. They deployed counter-snipers, kukushka or cuckoos, Soviet snipers specifically tasked with hunting down the Finnish snipers, artillery and mortar barrages. Entire sectors were targeted based on the mere suspicion of Häyhä's presence. Special operations squads. Small elite groups were sent out to flank and eliminate him. Simo Häyhä evaded them all, his mastery of the environment proving superior to the brute force of the Red Army. 5. The bullet and the survival. Häyhä's reign of terror ended on March 6, 1940. During a fierce firefight, a Soviet soldier finally got a shot off. It was not a sniper's shot, but likely a random, desperate burst of fire. The projectile, possibly an exploding bullet or one that tumbled on impact, struck Häyhä in the left side of his jaw. The impact shattered his jawbone, severely damaging his face and knocking him unconscious into the deep snow. His comrades found him and brought him back, his face a horrifying mess, the wound having blown away half of his cheek and jaw. Simo was barely alive. He drifted in and out of consciousness for days. Miraculously, he survived. The severe injury, but it took multiple surgeries and many months of grueling recovery. He woke up on March 13, 1940, the very day the Winter War ended with the signing of the Moscow Peace Treaty, forcing Finland to make painful territorial concessions. 6. The legacy and final peace. Simo Häyhä was promoted directly from corporal to second lieutenant by Field Marshal Carl Gustav Emil Mannerheim. It was a rare and significant honor, reflecting the immense value of his contribution to the Finnish defense. After the war, Häyhä underwent 14 major surgeries to reconstruct his face. The long recovery was the only chapter of the war he ever truly discussed. He never sought fame. He returned to his life as a hunter and farmer, raising elk and dogs in the town of Ruokalahti. When asked about his incredible kill count, his response was famously simple: "I did what I was told to do, as well as I could." He lived a long, quiet life, becoming a national symbol of sisu, the uniquely Finnish spirit of determined, stoic resolve and extraordinary courage in the face of overwhelming adversity. Simo Häyhä, the White Death, died peacefully in 2002 at the age of 96. His life proves that the most formidable weapon in war is not a tank or a bomber, but the unbreakable will of a single, determined individual fighting for his home.